Friends, in this video, let's talk about what is conditional rendering. So you know what is rendering, right? So rendering, it is about displaying the component on the UI. So how could we render that component conditionally? So in some cases, basically in the previous videos we have seen, let's say if you have a component, the component takes props, and then the props are passed to the to this function, and then it just displays the component. But it's not the case always. So sometimes a component should render based on its state, the value in its state. Depending on that, it could render component A or component B, right? Or within the component itself, a component can display some text based on some condition, right? So let's quickly see simple use case, how we can conditionally render the component. So for that, let's inject state for this first. Use state from React. Okay, let's inject that. So let's say we have some variable in the component, and then using based on that variable, let's conditionally render that. Okay, so here let's say you have name, or we can say component status, right? Set status, or let's name this to keep it more real, feeling. Let set feeling function, and then set use state. Okay, let's say our feeling is initially we always happy, right? So the component state is happy. So depending on the feeling of the component, let's say if you want to display some image or some emoji, right? So in this case, I would want to display happy emoji. For that, I think it's a hash 128540, right? If we just say that, let's see what does it display. So let's go here, and it's already running. Then let's call this. Okay, so let's see what emoji we could display there. So let's find out, and I think we could find in online. So here ampersand hash colon, okay, semicolon. Okay, and let's go here. Okay, so we got some icon here, right? So for example, if you just wanted to capture the real symbols here, so here happy we can take this 128512, and then the more happy, the joy 128514. Okay, so let's put that 128514. Okay, so let's use that. Okay, so that's all we need to set up. Okay, so for now let's display this based on the condition of the feeling, right? Now we are happy. We want to display this only when we are happy. To make it more realistic, let's add button, right? Button, and then we would say by default we use the name. Here we would say the feeling, right? Feeling. We are displaying the text of the button. Whatever we set in the state, that will display that. And then on click, we wanted to update the state, and then based on the state, it displays the corresponding emoji. So in this case, what we are going to set feeling, right? So if feeling is happy, then we would want to set that the other one, which is joy, right? So we could take a different variable here. Okay, so here let's put that Okay, so constant, let's say something, the variable name, update equal to updated one, right? So in this case, feeling, if feeling is happy, then we wanted to set that to joy, otherwise it's gonna be happy, right? And then we use that updated here. Okay, set feeling, sorry, not there, here. So we are setting the state of the component. So the concept what we are trying to do here is, you will have a component which has a button, and the button will have a text, so that says whether you are happy or joy. So when you click on happy, then it displays the happy emoji. Okay, so this one is happy. So now here let's put this conditional. This is where the conditional rendering comes. So what we are doing, depending on the status of the feeling, if it is happy, then we would display this emoji, right? Else it would display joy. What is the joy emoji? 128,514. 128,514. Okay, so basically we are rendering, this component is rendering this piece conditionally. That is what is called conditional rendering. So this can go to another deep level. So depending on the condition, this whole component can be rendered conditionally, right? Depending on the status. But for now, within this component, we are demoing how can a component render something based on the condition, right? So now the feeling is happy. So I think let's make this emoji a little bit bigger, right? So let's put the font size. So here font size probably 100 pixels, right? Then copy the same thing onto this tag as well. Okay, now let's see what it says here. Let's close this one. See, by default, let's put this joy, right, by default, and then joy, right? See, when you're happy, it says happy, then joy. So to keep it more connected to these components, so basically when you click on joy, I want to display joy, right? So what happens, so here feeling is happy, then we need to display this as joy. So we just have to put this different place, right? Then right, okay. So now what happens is, by default it is happy. If you want to be joy, click on joy. Now we'll get the joy symbol, happy. So the takeaway from this concept is basically conditionally how you can render, how can you render component can render different pieces onto the page. So here we are using the state of the component and using that variable based on the status of the feeling, we are displaying different components. So this is the important piece of this video. And this button on click, it's a regular concept, right? We're just setting the state, and then based on the state it's re-rendering, and when it comes to re-rendering, it comes to this place and checks this feeling variable and then displays this component. So this concept is so powerful, which is called conditional re-rendering. And in the real time, when you implement in a bigger project, so it could be that you could have the main component, right, and then inside that you will have another component here, component 1, component 2, you know. So likewise you can display depending on the conditions and render the whole tree. Okay, so that's all for this video. In the next video, let's catch up on the other concept. Okay, see you there. Bye.